Can you give me a brief synopsis of the film? Is that possible in the space of half an hour or so?
Well, I don't think it is, really. I don't think it is.
Well, try in then 30 seconds.
Right. It's about a search for the Holy Grail, you see, which is a large sort of creature, a bit like a dodo, with a big beak. And people are trying to find this Grail.
Do they?
No. No.
Isn't that rather a letdown? Don't you feel
It's
the
a
audience...
big letdown. The whole film is a great anticlimax.
I see, and that starts fairly soon after the credit titles, does it?
It does, yes. Starts in immediately.
In immediately, after the census certificate.
In comes the anticlimax.
Which do you think is most important?
No, which do you think are most important?
Which do you think are
We'll end board this.
I'm surprised to see how very closely you are sticking to the script. Is this an essential, do you think?
Yeah, I think with Python we usually do stick fairly closely to the scripts, actually. They're usually pretty carefully worked out, because they're so involved usually. You have to stick, you have to work everything out in advance.
We went away and wrote bits and came back and put them together into a first draft. This is probably 15 months ago, I think. Not more than 10 or 15% still remains. And then we sort of went on playing with it and got it into one shape. And in that shape, half of it was medieval and half of it was modern. And by this time, we got the idea that it should be something about the Holy Grail. And then we suddenly said, let's go for the whole thing as medieval Holy Grail. And so we then did another rewrite and then a fourth one. So this is about the fourth, fifth draft. It was a very slow process because we never knew where we were going until we were nearly there.
Wow.
It's very scripted. As ever, yes, it's very scripted. And then we get together and just about 10 minutes before a take, the script is slightly rewritten. About 5 minutes before the take, it's fairly radically rewritten. So, in fact, at the very last minute, there's usually some little extra bits creep in.
Shit. Okay, cut. We cut.
Hold your positions, please.
Would you still
Have said
up?
up.
I don't think I can read your writing.
Hello. If you were offered a starring part in Dixon of Dock Green or Match of the Day, which would you accept?
Very good, isn't he? Much better than me.
How much rivalry is there between you and the other knights? I mean, they must be pretty jealous of you all the while lording it over them.
Yes, this crown that I wear, you see, it's very sparkly and glittery and...
Oh, you're not wearing your crown now?
Not at the moment, no.
That was it.
No, this is for playing Biggles. I wear this.
I know this is a silly question, but how does Biggles fit exactly into the search for the Holy Grail?
It doesn't. No, it doesn't fit in at all. It's one of the big problems we've had with the plot and writing it. We just couldn't get Biggles in, really, and I don't know what we're going to do about it.
I'm surprised, though, you didn't have this written into your contract.
What?
That Biggles should appear, and then you wouldn't have had this problem, you see.
Yes.
Part of the publicity, I think, says that your film is going to make Ben-Hur look like an epic.
What first attracted you to the idea of doing an epic?
Oh, well, I've always admired Charlton Heston's work, you know, and his body, so I thought, well...
I'm interested in the way this film has been backed financially, because you haven't got the usual sort of backers. You've got The Pink Floyd and
a lot of
Led
rock
Zeppelin.
money, yeah, because that's. I mean, I think that's a hardcore Python fans. You know, we've got Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin. We've got a lot of record companies: Ireland, Chrysalis, Charisma, and Michael White, the theatre producer. And you know, that's. I think they are the real hardcore Python freaks. You know.
Hello!
Hello, who is it?
It is King Arthur, and these are my knights of the Round Table.